building. And our members of the council. Closely followed by academic staff, members of the university academic fraternity, and members of the Senate. Heads and coordinators of departments, deans of schools, and other academic staff from other universities. Academic profession is followed closely by the chancellor profession. We have the deputy vice chancellors of Uzima University. The deans of schools, the vice chancellor, we shall all remain standing. National anthem. The East African anthem.
a representative of the Catholic faith.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. For God, our loving Father, you are the source of all goodness. Of all goodness. We place this day, the 25th of November, the year of our Lord 2022, in your hands. May you, O Almighty God, bless this graduation ceremony held for the 179 graduates in different professional fields as healthcare givers, namely doctors, clinical officers, nurses, microbiologists, community health officers, health record information officers. As they begin their work, may you, O Lord, give these your servants the virtues of responsibility, diligence, devotion, and dedication to duty. May you, O Lord, bless this institution to be able to train erudite health professionals who are morally upright and duty conscious, so that as they undertake their responsibilities, they may do well. May you bless, O Lord, Uzima University intention to attain the charter. All glory and praise be to you. Bless the trustees, council members, management board, and all friends of Uzima University. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, all our praise and worship to Almighty God, the Lord of entire universe. Today is our special day. O Allah, have mercy and blessings on all of us. O Allah, honor us and our graduates by the light of understanding, and take them and us out of darkness of doubt, and take them and us all doors of knowledge. O Allah, it is you we worship, praise, and seek guidance as we celebrate the achievement of our graduates. O Allah, guide them and all the congregants on the straight path, the path you have guided those who are pious. O Allah, bless us and our parents as they continue to support this Uzima University. Indeed, they have been a pillar to this great university. As we pray for the peace, prosperity of our country, Kenya, and its leadership, bless all our leadership of this university, starting with the Vice Chancellor and all leaders. O Allah, kindly answer our prayers as you promised in the Holy Book by saying, Udu'uni astajib lakum, pray to me and I will answer you. Amen. Amen.
The representative of other Christian faith.
Baba, katika jina safi la Yesu Kristo, twakushukuru Bwana asubuhi ya leo. Asante Bwana kwa sherehe hii ambayo inaendelea. Asante kwa graduates wote. Asante Bwana hata kwa lecturers wote Bwana. Asante kwa wazazi wote ambao wamefika. Asante kwa kila mmoja ambaye ameweza kufika katika hii sherehe. Tunaomba baraka zako tele juu ya kila mmoja wao. Baba, zidi kuwabariki hata graduates wote na hata wanafunzi wote wa Uzima University ambao bado wanaendelea na masomo. Baba uwe pamoja nao katika jina safi la Yesu Kristo tumeomba tukiamini.
The Hindu representative.
Hare Krishna. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyana Jana Shalakaya Chaksurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Kacharini Nidi Vishesha Shunnavadi Ashtata Deshatani. Hare Krishna.
As you all remain standing, may I invite the Registrar Academic Affairs to cite the extract from the University's Act.
Subject to the letter of interim authority of Uzima University, the Universities Act 2012, the university may confer the degree of doctor, master, and bachelor, and such other degree as may be provided for in the statutes, and award diploma, certificate, and other awards. I ask the Vice Chancellor to constitute the second congregation of Uzima University.
Constituting the congregation by the Vice Chancellor. By the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, by the statutes of Uzima University, I, Reverend Father Dr. Cosmas Ragot Kotieno, hereby declare this assembly duly constituted as the second congregation of Uzima University.
We may be seated.
Ukishikwa na roho ya kucheza unaweza cheza.
Also, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the Deputy County Commissioner, for Kisumu Central, Mr. Hussein Hassan. Feel most welcome. And also, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the area chief of this place, Mr. Maurice Ojwang. At this juncture, I would like to invite the Vice Chancellor to invite the class valedictorian to make his speech.
It gives me great pleasure to invite the valedictorian student of 2022.
The best student of this academic year and of this graduation. Please come forward.
The guest of honor, Chacha Nyagot Chacha.
The Chancellor, Most Reverend Zacchaeus Okoth. The Vice Chancellor, Very Reverend Cosmas Otieno. The DVC Academics, Professor Oyo. The DVC Finance, Dr. Okal. The various deans, departmental heads, our very able and loving parents, the graduates, all protocol observed. Before you is newly Dr. Kipto Davis Serem, graduate MVCHB class of 2022. Thank you. I feel privileged and proud to represent the class of 2022. I'm so happy to see so many smiling faces. Ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful for your presence to witness our achievements. On behalf of my colleague graduates, I hereby extend our sincere appreciation to all of you who have joined us today. First and foremost, I would like to thank God. Without Him, none of this would have been possible. I would also like to thank our parents. Our achievements are not only ours, but also yours. Because without your hard work and encouragement, we would not be here today. Special thank you to my mom, my dad, my brothers and sisters for letting me be me and always under your supervision and guidance. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to explore and discover my full potential. On behalf of every graduate here today, I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to all lecturers and mentors we have had in our lives. You are the candle that light our way. Thank you for using your precious time and wisdom for us. You have taught us and are still teaching us to achieve our excellence. You help us on our way to success. I believe that we are better persons now than we would have been if we had not met all of you. My heartfelt congratulations go to all my fellow graduates on reaching the important milestones in our scholastic journey. Today is truly ours, a day which we reminisce upon and celebrate our perseverance, sweat, and yes, even tears. Even tears that went into the hard work that has brought us this success. Now, someone told me that a valedictory speech should be all-inspiring and give some measure of advice to all graduates. However, I stand before you wearing the same shoes you are wearing. I know nothing that you don't know. Instead of trying to impart some sort of wisdom, I can only reflect on our time spent here and share with you my hopes for our future and the deed of this university. My journey through this institution was marked by interesting times. From where we were just a handful of students in the school and learning was quite an interactive period, to a time when the country was completely shut down and threatening to pull halt into all forms of learning. Who would have thought that classes would be conducted in the comfort of our laptops and smartphones? I was privileged to be part of a progressive university that sought this avenue to make sure that our learning continued even during the pandemic.
The change was not smooth as you can imagine. It meant being a little more familiar with our computers, even for our senior lecturers whom this did not come so naturally. But we did it. This is how I see it, as an opportunity of Uzima University, both the students and the staff, to take medical education to the next level by taking advantage of the globalized world to share the medical education, to share knowledge and information with the rest of the world by promoting virtual exchange and lecturers. This is where the world is moving, and we cannot afford to be left behind. I came to realize the importance of technology and my career. Colleagues, telemedicine must be embraced. COVID-19 experience was globally tough, but we have lessons learned: globalization and technology. Medicine and related fields are not what they are without research. As I draw close to my speech, I would like to have final word to my colleagues. As we are being released to the public, I wish to draw inspiration from our lecturer, Dr. Herman Ward, who always loved quoting Harrison's. Thank you. Let us always remember that there is no greater opportunity, responsibility, or obligation that can fall to the lot of a human being than to become a physician. In the care of suffering, the physician needs technical skills, scientific knowledge, and human understanding. Tact, sympathy, and understanding are expected of the physician, for the patient is no mere collection of symptoms, signs, disordered functions, damaged organs, and disturbed motions. But the patient is human, is fearful and hopeful, seeking relief, help, and reassurance. Lastly, today we are here to thank Uzima University Governance Body, management, faculty members, non-teaching staffs, our partner in the clinical areas, our communities, and our parents. Today is our official dispatch to the world of hope for the well and sick. Be assured of quality health workforce from Uzima. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us appreciate our valedictorian this year, Dr. Davis Serem.
A pleasure to invite the representative of the alumni of Uzima University, Moses Washira.
The chief guest, Professor Chacha Nigoti Chacha, founding chancellor, Archbishop Emeritus Zacchaeus Okol, Vice Chancellor of Uzima University, Reverend Dr. Cosmas Agot, other Vice Chancellors present and their representatives, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Finance and Planning, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics and Research, members of University Council, members of the Senate of Uzima University, respective deans of faculties, distinguished guests, former students present, parents, guardians, the President of Uzima University Student Council and his team, graduating class of 2022, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On 15th day of September 2016, I walked into the gates of this institution as a freshman. This marked the beginning of a journey of hope, faith, and determination that one day as I exit this institution, I will do so as a professional nursing officer ready to serve the world. It is exactly 365 days since I was first conferred, since I was conferred with a bachelor's degree, or what people popularly says, the powers to read and write, during the first ever graduation ceremony to take place within the compound of Uzima University This is on 26th day of November 2021. Since then, I become an alumnus. It is a great honor and pleasure for me to address this distinguished congregation, an opportunity that has been made possible by Uzima University management, having invited me to grace this auspicious occasion as an alumni representative, an opportunity for which I am profoundly grateful for. To the graduating class of 2022, I know this has been a long-awaited day for you. Your journey to get this far is that which can never be described as easy. But through struggles, determination, and perseverance, you have made it to achieve this significant milestone in your life. Indeed, the graduating class of 2022 has proved itself beyond reasonable doubts and has withstood the test of hard work, resilience, and determination. We are all proud of you, your achievements, and the people you have become. On behalf of all former students, please accept our most sincere congratulations. I am extremely honored to celebrate this graduation day with you. Charles Tinkler said that a frightened captain makes a frightened crew. Therefore, graduating class of 2022, I must remind you that upon conferment with powers to read and write, you will be captains of your own life. Be courageous and look forward into the future with hope, faith, and determination, knowing that the sky is no longer the limit, but rather yourself as an individual. As we celebrate this graduating class, we can never forget parents, guardians, and sponsors, having played a tremendous role throughout the academic journey of the graduating class. On behalf of the alumni, I would like to thank parents, guardians, and sponsors who went beyond all odds to ensure great dreams and aspirations have been achieved. I recognize you as heroes and heroines. May God bless you. As a former student of this institution, and more so as a former president of Uzima University Student Council, who served 2 successful terms, I cannot fail to recognize the tremendous efforts of all the education stakeholders of Uzima University, including but not limited to support staffs, lecturers, and the entire university management, for preparing the graduating class for this beautiful day, in which graduates will be conferred with respective degrees and award with diplomas and certificates in their respective areas of specialization. This successful training will be of great importance not only to the graduates but also to the communities that we live in. Your Lordship, the Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, since Uzima University was founded, it has been a lake of knowledge in which whoever fishes in it must be guaranteed of a joyful future. It has continued to churn out graduates who are leaving their mark in the healthcare sector of this country, and as such, Uzima University has proven itself as a center of excellence that has continued to offer a transformative medical education and research in the context of globalization. To the graduates, as you look forward to join the new generation of healthcare workforce in our country, remember that it is in this institution where knowledge was instilled in you. The name of Uzima University will dominate your curriculum vitae for a long time. Allow me to remind you that you will be an alumni of Uzima University for a longer time than you have been a student of the same. And as such, you must remain a proud alumni, being good ambassadors of this institution that offered you homage throughout years of training, and strive to raise the flag of this institution high. And whenever called upon to serve this institution, don't hesitate to heed the call. As you look forward to joining the growing family of Uzima University alumni, I take this opportunity to welcome you. You'll join a group of passionate alumni whom, together with Uzima University, you must prosper. As I conclude, Alumni Association plays a critical role in any given institution, and this includes but not limited to participating in the development agenda of the university, studying with the less fortunate students, and networking. Uzima University alumni is not an exception, and therefore I'd like to bring to your attention that an interim executive committee has been brought together to fast-track the process of registering this association and later facilitate the elections. Once again, congratulations, class of 2022. May Almighty God bless you. God bless Uzima University. God bless Kenya.
Before I exit, please allow me to recognize the presence of all alumni, former students, starting with Dr. Omolo, the first ever student of this institution. Any other member of alumni present on that side, please stand and wave. Thank you very much.
BCM Abdulrahman Ali. Let's clap for him as he comes forward. From the School of Nursing, Samuel Ochieng. Round of applause for Samuel. And from microbiology, we have Dorcas. Dorcas Utia Wanjiro. And health records, Olango Grace Adhiambo. May I ask the chair, Uzima University Council, to present the certificates to our top students in their various schools. Ali. Let's clap for him. And look at the camera also. You will look for this photo years to come. Thank you for smiling. School of Nursing, Ochieng. Jim, I was expecting a lady, but great. Microbiology, Dorcas. Let's appreciate them. Health records, Olango Grace Adhiambo. Absent. Thank you. Thank you, Chair. The valedictorian, Davis Serem. As the chief guest. Thank you. This is a photo you should file and frame and put on your wall for years to come. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Serem also comes from a family of doctors. Let's appreciate him. You can ask him the feeling after, how he felt when he was here. At this juncture, wish to invite the Vice Chancellor to address the congregation.
our dear chief guest, Professor Chacha Nyaigoti Chacha, the chairman of the Commission for University Education in our midst, the chair of trustees and the founding chancellor of Uzima University, Most Reverend Sakeus Sokoth, Archbishop Emeritus of Kisumu, Chairman of Uzima University Council, members of Uzima University Council present here today, Your Excellency, the Governor of Mandera, and the First Lady of the great county of Mandera. Today you are in our midst as a parent, and we thank you. Clap for His Excellency. The representative of His Excellency, the Governor of the great county of Kisumu, the representative of Kisumu County Commissioner, Vice Chancellors present or their representatives, DVCs from other universities, the representative of the Principal Secretary of Education in our midst here today, Very Reverend Mother Superiors present, Reverend Sisters, Reverend Brothers, and our distinguished guests, the most important guests among us today, the graduates. The theme of this year's graduation is transformative medical education and research in the context of globalization. More than ever before, there is a need for medical education offered by medical schools all over the world to be both transformative and to remain relevant within the context of globalization. This is because today we live in a world which has become a global village to the extent that whatever happens in the northern hemisphere automatically affects the countries in the southern hemisphere and vice versa. As we prepare to graduate the class of 2015 as doctors, the class of 2019 as nurses, the class of 2019 as clinical officers, the class of 2019 as community health workers, the class of 2019 as microbiologists. We are all indeed very grateful to all the respective classes for the hard work and sacrifices they have made to reach their current levels of education. We thank them for the many long hours of study and research. And we also thank their parents, their guardians, and their sponsors for such great tenacity and for a job well done. Every graduation is the epitome of any academic success. And for this reason, we say, Many congratulations to our graduates of 2022. Your success is our pride. You have all broken the glass ceiling in academic work and proved that the sky is no longer the limit. Your learning, coupled with the researches you have undertaken over the years of study, have made you transformed and have therefore prepared you very well for the workplace as healthcare givers. We have no shadow of doubt about this as we release you to go into the market. We know that you will deliver. Do your work well. Carry out your duties with responsibility, dedication, diligence, and devotion, believing in yourselves and in the Uzima motto, Luceat Lux Vestra, let your light shine. Let your light shine to light the way to others as you lead the pack and as you work diligently in Kenya or in any part of the world, because we have prepared you for this. Your transformative medical education and research must touch the four corners of the globe. As you advance in your medical field and career, you must dream to go places as a catalyst of transformation. In your training, there is no opaqueness. There is no hot air. Because you deal with real life medical situations. And you must deliver. But where you cannot deliver because of one or two reasons, you must refer to the next best competent consultant. To any Uzima University graduate, success is not an option. It is guaranteed because of the work that has been put in each and every one of you. We at Uzima are small but smart. And now I wish to invite all the graduates to stand up. I wish to invite all the graduates to stand up. And as you stand up, greet your fellow graduate and tell him or her these words as you greet him or her. As you greet him or her, tell him or her these words. Listen, listen. Listen. Listen to the words. Listen to the words first. So the words are, the words that you must tell your fellow graduate are this. Luceat. Luceat, say after me. Luceat. Lux. Vestra. Luceat. Lux. Vestra. And look into his or her eye and tell her, let your light shine. Thank you very much. Be seated. With those many remarks, our chief guest, sir, thank you.
Give another round of applause to the Vice Chancellor for the words of counsel. I wish to invite you back, Vice Chancellor Sir, to invite the chair of Uzima University Council to address the congregation.
First, it gives me great pleasure and honor to acknowledge the office of the Senate represented here today. It's now my pleasure and duty to invite the chair of Uzima University Council.
The chief guest, sir, the chancellor of Uzima University, the vice chancellor, the council members present, the members of the management board present, the chief executive of Cooks, a great supporter of ours, the governor of Mandera and the first lady, representatives of the vice chancellors of other universities, and a special representative of KCA University, where I'm a founder and an alumni. Representative of our governor, the great governor of Kisumu, and all representatives of other governors, all the staff of Uzima University, the graduates and the parents. Good morning, everybody. It's a great pleasure for me to stand here today on this second graduation of Uzima University at this ground. It is a great achievement and recognition to the graduating class. You are once more rewarded for your hard work. From the council body, we support and recognize to the Uzima University Human Resource. That is the wheel behind this year's success story. It is a great year for all of us. Chief guest, medical education around the world stands to be researched on continually. It has to be retested and applied with time. It deals with bodies of living beings, all of which are very complex to understand and to take care of. What can be a nobler career than that which saves the life of living beings, helping them survive and maintain their health? It is research that is presently revolutionizing the health challenges that touch on the core of every society at personal and the global level. It is all about the institutions, on the training, about the systems, and about the research business. Let us, Uzima, not be left out. We still remember the many vaccines that competed with the COVID-19 outbreak. How many were of African origin? How many were of Kenyan brands? Was there any Uzima trademark? This is a challenge that must disturb all of our minds, so that as we admire the fancy cars, the fancy homes, the fancy clinics, this matter too, let us also dream beyond this. Let us step up our enthusiasm and our determination to pursue many long-term gains over the past few successes. Our late fire in search of answers to the many gaps we saw in the not enough intensive care units in our counties The few community health personnel, the not enough vaccines and not enough medical attendance in the comparatively fewer health facilities. Health for all must be the force driving us more than ever before after experiencing the COVID-19 virus attack of the world over. The world bled, but we were pained more in many ways. It is the brains in our institutions, such as Uzima, that must be even more disturbed by these challenges as we turn to the world research. We are banking on you to reduce the gaps, move further, redo your academic topics with 1 or 2 or 3 proposals as individuals, as consortiums, and you will never look back. The collaboration in matters health must not be limited to just our mother country, but to the entire Lake Region Basin and beyond that. In research, we stand to gain more than the world-recognized vaccines. We will import the dollars and the pounds. We will import human personnel as well as the modern digitalized machines for the global competition. Let us identify partners and business migrants to help realize the dream of posting university in the world map, Uzima University in the world map. I believe we can do it. No doubt we chose the chief guest today as an accomplished researcher. To our graduating class, I wish that education you attend today does not limit you, but drive you to acquire more and more. More research, to thirst more, and for more new discoveries, and to open more horizons for great works. Think matters health. Think of the ones who are in one way or another sacrificed for you to reach where you are today. And honor them with your new vaccines and new localized but world-renowned treatments too. To our parents, we thank you for continuous support and confidence that you have in this institution. As a council, we commend all the graduates to go into the world and light it. Thank you. Thank you. It's now my great pleasure to invite the representative of the grade school secretary, State Department of University.
Thank you very much for this privilege and this opportunity.
It's such an amazing opportunity to see so many graduates. I'm sure you're all happy wherever you are, as you have gone through several years of hard work. Parents, the leadership, the chief guests, my colleagues whom we've been working with for a number of years. My name is Dr. Tony Mwansa. I currently serve as the CEO of Kenya National Innovation Agency. Our interest in the context of Innovation Agency is to support institutions like this in strengthening their commercialization of research output potential. I'm here to represent the PS, Ambassador Simon Nabukwesi, who serves as the PS for the State Department of University Education and Research. And he didn't send me with his greetings and told me to also represent the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Machogu, who are also keeping an eye on the efforts and the progress of this institution. They did make a commitment that definitely the institution is to grow, and whatever they can to support the growth of the institution, they surely will. They sent me also specifically to say congratulations to the graduates, and they will play their role even after you graduate, as you pursue opportunities in different sectors. The role that they can do to support that level, they surely will. And so to the leadership of the institution, congratulations, and count on the support of the Ministry of Education. Thank you very much.
guests, sir, I have now the honor to invite the representative of the governor of the great country of Kisumu, John Awit.
Our guest of honor, Professor Chacha, founding chancellor, Most Reverend Zakaria Okoth, Vice Chancellor, Reverend Cosmas Ragot Kotieno, Lord Bishops present here today, all church leaders and distinguished guests of the clergy, representatives of various universities and organizations, all scholars, lecturers present, the graduates present and guardians, faculty, staff, and students of Uzima University. Ladies and gentlemen, my name, as you have heard, is John Awiti. I'm here representing our governor of Kisumu, Professor Peter Nyang', who is out of the county today, and even they're out with our deputy governor. So, as the county executive committee member in charge of education, he requested me to represent him in this gathering. So this is the remarks of our governor. I feel excited to join the Uzima University family this morning as we celebrate the university's second graduation. It is a fulfilling day indeed, a day of happiness and celebration for each one of us to see our sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, brothers and friends graduate after years of study. Allow me at this earliest opportunity to congratulate the graduating class. We have gathered here because of you. Today, your parents, guardians, and all those who supported you financially and spiritually are happy. They have confirmed that their efforts have not been in vain. We thank you for the resilience and commitment in your studies. Ladies and gentlemen, as our graduates toss their academic caps into the air in excitement, I wish to congratulate the Catholic Church under the leadership of our Archbishop and the management of the Uzima University for making this university a reality. When Uzima University College was started under the leadership of Archbishop Emeritus Zakaria Okoth, we heard doubting Thomases who never believed this institution would see light of day. Today, in just a few years, we have a fully fledged university. As a county government, we are proud of Uzima University and will continue to collaborate in matters of mutual interests. I'm happy to announce here that Uzima University is a member of the Lake Region Economic Bloc, that is LREB, which I am the chairman. The university was well represented during the 10th LREB Summit held in Kisumu early this week. This is a confirmation that Uzima has indeed grown and has joined the League of Universities in the region. Distinguished guests, Uzima University has in its few years of existence demonstrated the potential to be the center of excellence in training and research by producing out competent graduates who have been able to take the lead and transform various sectors of our economy around outside Kisumu. It is because of this resilience, technological creativity, and good management that the university was able to wade through the COVID-19 pandemic period that shook the education sector to the core. My appreciation goes to the council, the university management board, senate, staff,
the student body, and all other stakeholders for the hard work that has kept Uzima on Kenya academic mark. I believe the university will continue to produce graduates who are ready to serve the country with the dedication and patriotism so that we as a nation can achieve the Vision 2030 and Sustainable Development Goals. To the graduates, we release you unto the world today. You are going out there when the economy is facing a lot of challenges. The labor market is shrinking. You will therefore need a lot of creativity and innovations to succeed in your dreams. We expect you to turn the challenges into opportunities. Do not be afraid. Use all the skills you learned at the university and use the ideas to start new ventures. As you transit into life beyond the university, I'm sure the education you have received at Uzima University has instilled in you the values and attitudes that will help you make meaningful contribution to society. But ladies and gentlemen, I wish to share with you what my government has been doing to build the foundation of education in our county. We have been laying firm emphasis on early childhood education because these graduates will not have reached this stage if they never got proper education at childhood education stage. A society without strong early childhood education is like a house built on quicksand. In the last financial year, 2020-2021, our pre-primary program focused on delivering our mandate through access to free, quality, and safe ECD education in pre-primary and TVET institutions. In the year 2020-2021 financial year, the county government constructed so many new classrooms in all the 35 wards. In addition to this, there are 72 ECD classrooms whose construction is ongoing now. Kisumu County has 673 ECD centers, of which 660 are anchored in primary schools, while 13 are standalone public ECD centers. The public ECD centers have a total of 51,408 children in 7 sub-counties. We have also planned to do 85 more ECD classrooms spread across the county in the current financial year. Our Department of Education, Vocational Training, Innovation and Social Services has achieved the following in the past 5 years. We appointed 665 ECD teachers on permanent and pensionable terms. We started child care development programs. We established the marine training sponsorship program where 70 trainees were fully sponsored by the county government. The county government doubled the scholarship and bursary fund to 205 million per financial year. The department also intends to create ECD center of excellence per sub-county. We have opened 5 new vocational training centers in Kandaria, Kochogo, Witur, Obwolo, and Kianja, increasing the number of VTCs from 21 to 26. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, allow me, for the sake of parents present here, quote one popular Chinese proverb which says, if you are planning for a year, sow rice. If you are planning for a decade, plant a tree. If you are planning for a lifetime, educate the people. God bless and thank you very much.
To end this segment of speeches, I hereby wish to invite the Vice Chancellor to invite the CEO of COOTS, Dr. Mercy Wahome to give her remarks.
Thank you. Our chief guest and my friend, Professor Chacha, the Chancellor, Most Reverend Zakia Sokol, the Chair of the Council, the Vice Chancellor, the management of Uzima University, the parents, the graduates, invited guests, good morning. I think it's still morning. Good morning once again. CUPS stands for Kenya Universities and Colleges Central Placement Service. It's quite a mouthful, but in summary, we are the placement service, and this is a state corporation under the Ministry of Education that is charged with coordination of placement of students after they've done their KCSE to universities and colleges in this country. We also have a major responsibility to carry out career guidance activities in schools and to also advise government on matters, placement and career guidance. I'm very excited today to be here to see the students. We have interacted, but as numbers, looking at you as index numbers, admission numbers. But today I put a face to the numbers that we see at Uzima University. I'm really excited in this second graduation ceremony because it is from the partnership that we have had that we are here today. I want to commend this university because this is a real example when they say focus demands sacrifice. We have more than 70 universities in this country, but Uzima has demonstrated that the health professions, training health professionals is your core mandate and is your focus, and identified that as your niche. There is a temptation to pick so many programs that are coming up, but I think it is very important to just focus and be an expert in a certain field. So congratulations to Uzima. To the graduates, I want to say that pursuing a career in the health sector is not easy. It is actually a calling, and I speak this from experience, having started my career in the medical profession. It requires a lot of sacrifice, self-sacrifice, to some extent sacrifice even to your, your social life and your family life. So it is more of a vocation rather than, just a profession. But I want to encourage you and to ask you to go out and really serve humanity. And the fact that you have received your training in an institution that has Christian values, go out there and show that you're different. Because the world is not kind currently. Go out and create jobs. Be job creators and not job seekers. Be positive, show that things can really happen in the right way. Carry the values of Uzima with you as you serve community. Be the light in the darkness. And as the Bible says, at the right time, God will make things happen. Money will follow you. Don't seek the money. The money will follow you and find you as you're serving. I also want to assure the management of this university that as CUPS will continue supporting you, and marketing this university so that it's a university of choice for the Kenyan students. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's give another round of applause to the CEO. She has now been able to put the faces to the numbers.
Nikuulize. Ule demo aliingia box kama?
Ule demo aliingia politics bwana.
Bwana, sasa wewe na mapenzi.
Mimi mambo na mapenzi nimeachana.
Sewa nini? Fuliza pia bwana.
Wewe pia alipanga fuliza bwana. Kwani wewe?
Nikitaka kuuliza mtu.
Wewe pia bwana. Nini?
Check bwana. Hey bro bwana. God did it again man. Check bwana. Check.
Anaongeza limit.
Theophilus Odindo Ajoga. Congratulations. You are called to do medicine and surgery. At Uzima University.
Brother bana.
Wewe unafanya aje?
Bana.
Mimi nipeleke hizo ng'ombe home. Tutabonga sawa.
Hata mimi niende hivi bwana.
Burobedo monde sare. Gimaye sote mana. Burobedo monde sare. Buda. Nijeaz buda.
Siku hizi mimi si rika yako bwana. Hizo ni nini unalikuja na?
Sijakuja kwa baba buda. Baba, sasa niko na good news.
Good news gani hapo? Ni zako tu za kila siku. Mbona umekuja na ng'ombe leo mapema? Wamesiba kweli?
Kwa shiba baba, sinaona. Unaona hata pala yako na maziwa mengi leo.
Hebu niambie hizo ni zako.
Sasa baba, mimi nimefurahi sana. Unajua ile application nilifanya ya courses. Inaitwa Uzima University. Nenda nifanye medicine and surgery.
Mwaka mingapi?
Miaka 6 baba.
Mwaka 6 yote sio utamaliza nikiwa nimekufa vile nimezeeka hii.
Hautakosa bodi. Hadi ndio hii fee structure ndio hii hata.
Fee structure? 50,000 hiyo tutatoa wapi? Na vile unaona maisha ni ngumu. Hiyo tutatoa wapi? Niambie.
Baba, si tunaweza uza hapa.
Hiyo ng'ombe yenyewe naitwa pala hapo siwezi uza. Hiyo siwezi. Hiyo ng'ombe niliachiwa na babangu na wewe pia nitakuachia. Hiyo ng'ombe ni ya urithi. Siwezi uza. Wewe fanya hivi mwanangu. Wewe na tu nitakutafutia kitu ya kufanya. Siwa hata mimi unaona sijasoma lakini nimeshinda watu wengi sana wenye wamesoma. Hawilo yako ya tena nitakutafutia tu kitu ya kufanya. Hawilo yako.
So what's the meaning of life? Unang'ang'ana from a local day school. Unakanyaga matope daily ukienda shule. Then after you've made it, ndio kuna fee ya kwenda shule bro.
Haya. Umetoka kwa bwana. Kwani umetoka kwa tena?
Bro, mazi niko na bad news bwana.
Bad news gani tena? Brother, sio kama umefurahia tu hapa. Muda mchache umepita. Nini tena?
Usikie boda amesema hakuna fee.
Ati hakuna
plan of my education.
Hapana brother bana. Mimi nakuaminia. Usijali. Nakuaminia bana, itakuwa sawa. Itakuwa sawa
bana, niko sawa place bana.
Itakuwa sawa bana.
Baba Theophilus. Abemo. Sisi nimetoka kukupea samaki saa hii umesiba na mandara. Mbona umefura hivi?
Sijafura, unajua huyu mwanangu Theophilus. Amenikujia hapa na habari zingine sijui za nini. Kama nilikuja hapa na news zingine sijui ameitwa shule nyingine sijui inaitwa Uzima. Na hiyo shule hiyo pia tuweze hapo. Sasa sijui amenuna ameenda hivyo.
Baba Theophilus, mbona una discourage mtu na tumekuwa tukimwombea apate Uzima?
Ameshapata hata hiyo course ni 6 years. Tutakuwa tumekufa sasa.
Hapana Baba Theophilus, ufai ongeleza mtoto hivyo. Si nilikuwa nimekwambia kuna group litachukua leo na mtoto wetu aende shule. Na tunaweza fanya harambee hapo. Mtoto aende shule. Lazima asome.
Inawezekana.
Atajibu hiyo mguu wako iko ya shetani. Saratani hii. Inaitwa aje hiyo mguu wako? Wacha kusema unarogwa kisa.
Hizi saratani, hizi kasarani, hii ni urogi, hii ni roga, hizi timika.
Tutaita harambee mtoto wetu aende shule. Lazima asome akue kama wenzake.
Hebu tujaribu kama inaweza fanyika. Tuchape harambee.
Karibuni. Basi kubwa. Baba Priti, karibu. Baba Violet, karibuni sana.
Mtoto asome. Jana baba hajauza ng'ombe apeleke ng'ombe shule usome.
Sawa.
Ni moja mtoto asome, mbili mtoto asome, tatu mtoto asome, 20 mtoto.
Asante sana Baba Violet.
Nyinyi ndio mnasema pesa ni hota. Si ni nyinyi mnasema. Ai bwana, kwani mimi hizi nafanya nini? Chukua moja. Chukua mbili. Chukua tatu. Chukua nne. Na mimi nimeenda.
Mtoto asome.
Theophilus Odinda Wajuoga. I was called to do medicine and surgery in this school. And this is my father.
Oh, you got an invitation?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome to Uzima University. Congratulations.
Sawa.
Theophilus, you're really welcome.
Ndio hiyo fee mwalimu. Ndio hiyo fees.
You're really welcome. Feel like most welcome and believe that your son will receive the
Thank you.
Ya sasa mwanangu.
Yes.
Tunaona vile tumepata pesa.
Yes, Dad.
Umekuja shule sasa vile ulikuwa unataka. Sasa kitu nakwambia, soma mwanangu, soma, uachane na mambo ya wasichana bado.
Sawa.
Baadaye soma upate pesa kwanza mwanangu, sawa?
Sawa.
Mimi pia sasa narudi nyumbani, tutakuombea, soma mwanangu.
Sawa baba, usifike salama.
Sawa.
Salimia watu wa nyumbani. Mtangangana.
Haya.
Mkumbu tu.
Haya.
Ramba tada mkumbu. Kuna mnagamba tani mkumbu tu.
Niko fimbi tiki.
Mkumbu tiki.
Kwani uko huko usemi?
Bana kombo. Mazao nyongeza moja ya mwisho. Sasa mkuu bana. Na nikuuliza comrade. Hata kitu una kwa nyumba shwali.
Kitu nafanyia nini comrade?
Bana mazao.
Haya. Hizi boss of assets.
Oh my God.
Huyu kae.
Sasa mazao. Na nikuulize. Form ya food ni gani mazao? Njaa inaniua bana.
Bana huko siku hizi kuinama.
Nimechoka bro.
Ni kuinama. Nitakwambia ni kuinama.
But niko na maji hapa.
Oh,
Kuinama na hii maji mkuu.
Nyewe unajua ni maji tunanunua bana. So unfortunate.
Na bro bana. So unajua yule demo aliniacha bana man.
Nilikwambia roho ataipamba damu. Siweke mkono mapenzi.
Yule demo aliniambia ati wanaume bila pesa na living things bana.
Brother, si nilikwambia tu.
Mazema dem na wachawi.
Bana mapenzi. Wewe
masani mbaya. Hebu acha tulale bana.
Good dose.
Bro. Wewe anatomba 7 with Dr. Mandera.
Uko pale na sijaoka. Wewe ndio wala suri.
Bro. Masani mbaya bro. Fanya hivi. Hebu acha kwa mwaka mzee. Kama mzee ndio ni noma bana. Hebu acha tusome.
The achievement of the school, and we celebrate the students that have made it throughout the 6 years. It's been tough, it's not been easy. Some have made it throughout the 6 years, some have made it throughout the 4 years of their studies, some throughout the 3 years of their studies to achieve a diploma in their respective courses. Welcome everybody to this graduation ceremony. Okay, straightforward, I want to acknowledge the best student overall in the School of Medicine. Come forward, Theophilus.
Thank you, bro.
Okay, to the dad, to Theophilus, we want to congratulate you for taking the courage and going through with Theophilus all over the 6 years, and now he's made it. We made a promise to you as you came to this school in the first year, and now he's done it in the 6th year. Congratulations.
Sasa daktari ulisema hii mguu yangu ni kasarani ama hii mgonjwa ulisema ni kasarani ama saitani.
Please start. Come and sit here in a supine position. I want. Now, this was an injury to the anterior cruciate ligament due to dissemination of microfilaria of bromide malai. So that what I'll do, I'll just give you 1 kilogram of metabolism supplemented with etadonosine and potassium B, and then we find that.
Hadi sasa naweza pata nafuu. Nimegeuka kijana. Nimerudi kijana. Asante.
And to God be the glory. Thank you.
A big round of applause to the Uzima Entertainment Group who was given us a piece in lieu. They have correctly mentioned that education truly is the future for our children.
It is now my humble duty to invite the founding chancellor of Uzima University, Most Reverend Zacchaeus Okot.
So our chief guest, Professor Chacha Neguti Chacha, the chair of the Commission for University Education. His Excellency, the Governor of Mandera and First Lady, the chair of the council, members of the council, CEO, OOPS, Senate members, management board, all scholars present, faculty staff, professors and lecturers, administrative and support staff, superior generals, parents, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Since we are going to hear from the chief guest, yesterday I talked to the students. I gave them what they should expect. Today I just want to show that although we have the second graduation, Uzima has had humble beginnings. And so, between 1978, when I became bishop, and going through to up to 88 and 89 there were frequent deaths due to preventable tropical diseases around Lake Victoria and its environment. And these were endemic malaria, waterborne diseases such as cholera, typhoid, amoebiasis, sporadic outbreaks of measles, bacterial meningitis, yellow fever, hepatitis, chicken pox, and polio. Later came the outbreak of HIV/AIDS in the 80s. I still remember St. Monica recorded 4,000 cases that enabled us to call President Moi to declare it a national disaster. And that became, from that time on, we began in this region, and I went to the US. In that part, the President Clinton had set aside for support for Africa, and we got that aid, which is still being carried on. And many of our hospitals and health centers in Western Kenya here are receiving that help. All our patients in our institutions that need support, aid support, we do give. So the first step I had to take consultation with the MP of Kisumu Town, now the late Joel Lumino, who agreed that because of these prevalent deaths in this western region and the Lake region, we should do something. And so with him, we organized a walk, a fundraising walk from KCB, Kenya Commercial Bank roundabout, to the present Uzima site. And there we just walked, and there are people of goodwill who gave us some support, and we began to get the initial funds that began to raise this university. Following that, I immediately asked President Moi to give us this plot where we are. And I got it through his secretary at that time of the cabinet, the late now Honorable Zakayo Yugi. We were given 20 acres of this plot where we are. We had more, and I realized later that I didn't quite fence it all at the beginning. It was all bush here, so I just came with my 2 people, and we began fencing here and putting these trees you see around. We just did that at that time, 2, 3 of us. So that is how we actually got the plot, and President Moi was willing to give us, and we had it registered, and so here we are on Uzima University grounds. And so with that, after that request, we organized the few well-wishers to raise some funds from the business community in Kisumu. And because of the many projects that I was accomplishing in our schools, parish stations, hospitals, we generally bought most of these things from our Asian businessmen in town and even some of our people. So we challenged them, and I got the concept of just printing a membership card. I was pleading to anybody willing to be a member of this university starting to just take that card and I choose the category once, or she. And so we came up with being a corporate member. That means, hey, whether I got 1 shilling up to 25, it was okay. When you gave me 1,000 up to 25,000, then we said that was all corporate member. So we moved like that, and then from 25 shillings, going ahead, we called you silver member. About 25,000 and above, you said, okay, you also belong to silver member. I was very surprised that that idea caught up with some few people understood. And we actually did well because we got golden members, we got platinum members that pay 100,000, not many, but they were. And also we got a life member, which means you are to pay about 200,000. Now, this was just the idea that came to get some money to start this Uzima University construction here. So with that, I remembered today what our alumni have started something that we should now continue with in a very realistic form. Because when I went to state of Washington State and I visited Gonzaga University there, and later on I'll tell you perhaps a year to come to this concept of Uzima, I had really to go around 6, 7, 8, 9 universities in Europe and the States to decide which format are we taking? So what I admired at that time, at a gathering like this, at a graduation ceremony, Mzee came, and he was nearly, I think, over 70 years. But he came and offered a car. He said, they're just for sale. You want to pay $100, $1,500, $300, just come and give it. And I still remember I was sitting there, and people came as if it was a sadaka. And they really came. And the last guy who even gave more, should have taken the car to drive and go away with. But that guy said, no, even I have it, I've got a car, I didn't come here on foot. So he said, I bought the car, and this car here, I'm giving it also to Gonzaga University for sustainability of the university. These were alumni. That is why the inauguration of the alumni ceremony here, I want to my dear students, or now civil servants, professionals, medical doctors, nurses, all the categories that we are training here, medical officers, and also, I think, take that concept that let it be a kind of inbuilt in you. As even if you just say a monthly sadaka over 100 shillings, it's just good, that you just forward it. These days we have M-Pesa, we have till numbers, and all of the numbers. We can pay anything. Even you can be in Mandera and you send out to 500 bob a month or 200 as your, alumni contribution. So alumni monthly contribution, little as may seem, should enlighten the future students who are here. I want to put that concept into you. What is started today, let it be forever to build this university to greater heights of development. So I really admire that, because they told me there, that museum was just one among many that came, that still every year donated something small to the university, and so forth. And I think this is a concept that we can buy, and sometimes another one I laughed at, but in the end I was admired, that it must have been a German who told me that, when we get married right from the beginning, as soon as your wife conceives is a girl, or just after marriage, every month they put around 100 euro or 50 euro for the child. The child is still in the stomach, he's not born, but there's a 50 euro from the father and the mother, and every month. So when the child is born, they already have some money down, to take care of that child. So even then I thought a very clever idea, The child is not yet born, but there is some money for that child. And that money can grow, and then on his or her birthday, and that's how they build their children's accountability. Why can't we do the same here? So the concept of this alumni, for me, is a wonderful concept, and I've seen it across many universities in the US and Europe, and I think it's a way we can begin to be sustainable. So with that, I would like to state that after we did that, then we had an evening Arambe at Sikh Union there in Kisumu. In those days, late Joel was still around. And even Honorable Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga was not banned, but he was there as well. And he was the chief guest. And what we got that evening to make a surprise is what made me say, no matter what it is, let us start. Let us start. So with that, what we got is when August came around in 2005, we invited Honorable Mudi Awori, the Vice President of the Republic of Kenya, Vice President Mwai Kibaki, President, to lay the foundation. And that's why in the world of the laboratories, where Warrior's name is there, he's the one who was here with as few as we were to begin the foundation of the laboratories of Uzima University. So I'm only saying those things to aware you that this is our second graduation. We had humble beginnings, but with God's assistance, but also with our efforts, daily efforts, monthly efforts, and making sacrifices, however little, we can grow and make this university to be what it is. So at that time, after Warrior had laid the foundation, then we got our architect, Jerry Dong and his companions, and we came and started building everything going up here. So whatever you see around has been just the reality of what people had made efforts. I'm not going to go into certain areas, but the reality is it has been an effort of just individuals and friends that enabled us to begin this university, you know. And one or two also, our laboratories, then I appealed to some of the European government, and I appealed especially Italian government, who enabled us to have laboratory equipment, not the building, equipment that we have. So the reality is that every university must start to build local sustainability and international areas of seeking sustainability. And that is what I would like to tell you, that as we celebrate today our second graduation, that's what has been, you know. And when the opening of the administration block was done in 2008, I think, or 9, then again the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga came and also opened that administration block. And I blessed the lecture block below there, as a plaque there already. So this has been the reality that we celebrate some of this. And also in another way, when I was celebrating in 2015 my silver jubilee as an archbishop, because I was made bishop archbishop in 1990. Well, that was already a bishop from 1978. So on that day, President Uhuru honored us with his presence. And even he saw the love that now we have a plaque there marking the day that he was there with the students. And also he realized the importance of that physiology and pathology lab. And there's already a foundation stone there which you can read. So, without few remarks, I just wanted to score today the reality that we had humble beginnings and we are still moving on. And if I remember in 2012, we only had 13 students, you know, but now we have 1,560 students and 179 for graduates for today. So we specialize in the niche of medicine, and we'll do all we can to enable us to proceed in this and give witness. And I'm so happy the President Coops is here. I express my gratitude then for giving us the students that we get every year. And now practically the whole country is presented here, for the 7 counties. And even the counties of Uganda is here, Burundi is here, Congo is here, Sudan is already here. And we have our international relations also. So I'm visiting lecturers and friends also come to see us. So internationally we also want to grow so that we can support our institution to have a degree of excellence. Today I just wanted to So you know that it may look like this, but we are humble beginnings. And so we are moving on. We are moving on. And the Lord himself, God, will guide us in any time that he needs to be with us. So I want to thank all of you, especially the parents, and also our staff, and also the council members for their continued assistance in developing this university. And I'm sure with their cooperation, we shall grow to degrees of heights of development and also of continued cooperation internationally with our helpers and assistants. So with those few remarks, I want to thank all of you for coming, and it is always a pleasure to appreciate on this day the guest of honor that we have today, the person of Professor Magoti Chacha. Thank you very much.
Let's give a round of applause to our founding chancellor, visionary leader, on whose vision today we celebrate this occasion.
It is now my humble duty to invite the chief guest, Professor Chacha Nyaigoti Chacha, the chair of the Commission for University Education. But before he comes to say to make his remarks, we have to do a preview. Who is Professor Chacha Nyaigoti Chacha? He is seated here among us. He is a renowned Kenyan playwright and a Swahili language educationist who holds Bachelor of Education, Swahili language degree from Kenyatta College then, now Kenyatta University. He holds Master of Arts in Anthropological Linguistics and PhD in Swahili language from the prestigious Yale University, USA. Professor Chacha Nyaigoti Chacha has vast experience in administrative positions in various institutions in our country. He was the first Chief Executive Officer of the Kenyan Higher Education Loans Board, serving from 1995 to the year 2000, and also served as an Executive Secretary of the Inter-University Council for East Africa between the year 2000 and 2010. Professor Chacha Nyaigoti Chacha is currently serving as the chair of the Kenyan Commission for University Education, CUE, the body charged with the responsibility of running universities. And so as he sits here, we are very proud that today all universities in Kenya are being directed from Uzima University. Makofi kwake. He is also the chair of the Kenya Institute of Mass Communication, KIMC. He is a member of the board of the trustees of Wanafunzi Investment Trust Fund. In academia, Professor Chacha Nyaigoti Chacha has vast experience spanning several years, starting as a tutorial fellow and later a lecturer in Swahili language and Linguistics at Kenyatta University, and then Egerton University in our country. He was also a research professor at the Institute of Regional Integration and Development of the Catholic University of Eastern Africa, our alma mater. Amongst many accolades on his cap, Professor Chacha Nyaigoti Chacha was awarded the Order of the Grand Warrior, OGW Medal, Kenya, in the year 2004. And he was also awarded Head of State Commendation, HSC Medal for Distinguished Service in 1994. Akiwa msomi na mtaalam wa lugha, Professor Chacha ameandika vitabu na makala nyingi zilizochapishwa katika majarida mashuhuri hapa nchini, nyumba za uchapishaji na magazeti. Vitabu vivyo ni pamoja na Mke Mwenza, 9th edition, published between 1982 and the year 2000. Traditional Medicine in Africa, 4 editions, published in 1995. Ushairi wa Abdilatif Abdalla, Sauti ya Utetezi, 3 editions, published in 1992. A literary critique of poetry of Abdilatif Abdalla. Hukumu, 3rd editions, published in 1992. Wingu Jeusi, 2nd editions, published in 1987. Meaning and Interpretation of Kiswahili Poetry, a portrayal of changing society, 7 editions, published between 1988 and 92. Marejeo, 3 editions, published in 1986. The Position of Kiswahili in Kenya, 4 editions, published in 1981. And now, today, as once Margaret Ogola once said, a Kenyan novelist in the river and the source. After all, who knows the goodness of a tree, but he who sits under its shade and its fruits. We have Professor in our midst as our chief guest. It is now my honor to invite our chief guest, Professor Nyaigoti Chacha, to come and give his remarks. And all of us, let us be upstanding as the professor comes. Karibu Baba Mwenyekiti.
Okay, Vice Chancellor, I think I'm usually very shy when it comes to talking about my accomplishments. So I'm greatly honored today to be here and to listen to your great rendition of this gentleman who is in front of you here. The founding chancellor, the most reverend Zacchaeus Okoth, because of whom all of us are here today. If you had not created the vision of this institution, then we will not be here. We salute you, sir. We appreciate the fact that this journey, which we are now part of, is a journey that was led and guided by the grace of God. We celebrate that decision to support this area of health education, not just in Kisumu, but with a vision that transcends boundaries between and amongst counties, as well as between and amongst nations. Nations, not just those of Amshare, but nations from other parts of the world. We recognize the leadership of the county government and the leadership of our sister county from Mandera that has actually produced a parent of one of the students whom we are going to celebrate today. This is what cross-fertilization means. And we believe that all the way from the border between Kenya and Ethiopia, we now have an ambassador who will be articulating the vision of this university to friends, relatives, and colleagues, and all those who will benefit from his treatments as he undertakes the responsible positions that this university has prepared him to do. I want to acknowledge the chair of the council with your council members, the vice chancellor with your management leaders of this institution who have tirelessly endeavored to ensure that the students whom we are graduating today, as well as those who will come after them, have earned this degree. I was invited here to speak today as a guest speaker, and I am very honored. I normally get this kind of invitations to almost all universities in this country, and selecting one or two or three, which I have to honor with my personal physical presence, has always been a Herculean task. So I wish to underscore, Vice Chancellor, the feeling and the attraction and the commitment that I personally have about this university, emanating from a number of my personal experiences. One, of course, the fact that this institution is located in Nyanza, and I was born and bred and had my part of education, which you didn't mention, Mr. Vice Chancellor, in humble places in this part of the country. I went to school at Nyaroha Primary School. If you Google, you may find even my house next to that school. Then I went to Taranganya High School, which is just a few kilometers away. We used to walk with the current member of parliament representing
I think it's bad. Yusuf Hassan. Yusuf Hassan was one class behind me. We were born and bred in the same village. And we went through walking the distance between our primary school and our secondary school. It was more than perhaps 10 kilometers or 12, but we used to walk. So graduates whom I'm going to address today, you're very lucky that perhaps with the interventions of visionary leaders like Bishop Emeritus, you have not been walking, you have been living in wonderful dormitories. So having said all those preambles, let me now focus on what brought us here. I'm deeply honored to be here. I cherish always the interaction that I have to make between myself as a person and the institutions of higher learning. My responsibility currently allows me to believe that your journey, the leadership of this university, the academic staff, support staff and students, your journey is partly my journey. And that journey, I have to believe that when Uzima University was conceived, it was conceived indeed to be a comprehensive university. And for us who are in this sector, we take the comprehensive university to be an institution that engages in teaching. And for our graduates, I'm sure you have been taught, it engages in research. And I was impressed when I did sneak into this campus, I think it was a few months ago, to be introduced to very wonderful laboratories in this university where research, serious academic research, is undertaken. And as universities, we think that we are not small because we have fewer students. We are not small because we have fewer lecturers. Because universities do the same thing. If you get a Bachelor of Science in Microbiology from Uzima University with a first class honors or an upper second, and somebody gets a first class honors in microbiology, undergraduate degree, from the university which I attended in America, which sometimes is classified among the top universities as an Ivy League school, you're all the same. So for us, coming from the sector, when we come here through the invitation, it is because we know that what you do here is what Cambridge is doing in the areas of specialization, which are like the areas here: medicine, nursing, clinical medicine, public and the community health, and all those areas. So a student whom we graduate here, including the ones I'm addressing today, should feel honored and proud that they have been put through a system that indeed is universal and it is international. Your degree, having received our stamp of quality from the Commission for University Education, is a degree that you can walk with to any part of the world and proclaim your prowess and say, I am a student and a graduate of Uzima University, and here I am ready because I have been prepared by great men and women in that university to face the challenges of my profession. I wish you great success in that endeavor. I know that you will be expected, because of the nature of your degrees, to be engaged in the outreach and the community service, which is another responsibility for those of us who say we work in universities. You are ready, And you can today, after your names have been read and the chancellor has awarded you or conferred to you that degree, you can walk out of this place and feel that you have been prepared adequately to face the world. So Uzima, you are a member of our fraternity. You are a member of the family of recognized quality universities in Kenya, and by that extension, you proudly must say you do exactly what is done anywhere else in universities which are recognized by their respective accreditation entities. University education in Africa, and for that matter in Kenya, has had challenges. Some of us who have remained in this sector for quite a long time, we have gone through these challenges with a determination that we will not be classified as lesser people when we graduate from our universities. We have had challenges on access, and that's why the wisdom and the vision of the founding chancellor to start this university and to commit himself with his resources as well as institutional resources to grow the university education in the region, made a long stride in creating opportunities not just for Kenyans, but for many African students as well as international students who have come here to read and get education which you offer. It is therefore gratifying for me as the chairman of the Commission for University Education to appreciate the contribution of the faith-based organizations which have supported the desire of government to ensure that that challenge of access to acquire university education is mitigated. We applaud Uzima University as being in the forefront of this transformative endeavor. We think that because the theme today is transformative medical education and research, we want to amplify the cry that as far as Kenya country is concerned, we still have a lot of room to grow this area. This is an area which, as you recall, has been underfunded, it has been under-focused. During the early years of colonial time, medicine in East Africa was only taught at Makerere. And the journey that the late Professor Joseph Mungai took to travel in his small car with the cadavers at night and perhaps against the immigration principles to cross the border at Busia and eventually start a medical school at the University of Nairobi was not a journey in vain. And it is that journey that Uzima University is also pursuing. And therefore, for you students or graduates who are graduating, we want to implore and ask you to focus on your dedication to service to humanity, so that whatever it will take, you will ensure that wherever you be called upon to work, you will not say, because facilities are not here, I cannot work here. Because part of the training that you have gotten is to be able to put medical research at the forefront of your endeavor. Medical research goes hand in hand with the concern of public health. That indeed, as mentioned earlier by the chancellor, there are so many health challenges that are faced by Africans. And when you come to Kenyan villages, you will find that we are still grappling with the access to medical facility. There are some places where to get to a health center, to get to even a qualified person who can take your blood pressure and who can understand exactly why your child cried the whole night is rare. We hope that as Uzima grows and as the graduates whom we are graduating today go out to take their responsible positions, we shall have contributed some aspect of mitigating that challenge of availability of health services and healthcare to the Kenyan population from whatever corner of the country that we have. We also know that this university has prepared you as students to appreciate the fact that the whole world, and indeed Africa, is faced with a lot of pandemics. We have had HIV/AIDS. We have attempted by now to at least make the suffering lesser. We have still the challenge of Ebola, which sometimes threatens to cross the border into Kenya, and we get prepared. Then we have had the pandemic called COVID-19. There will be another challenge coming. Maybe we are going to face another streak of COVID. I don't know. But we believe that as Uzima has prepared you, you will all be part and parcel of this enlightened and informed team of health providers who will be working tirelessly to address the challenges that these epidemics and pandemics will bring to the human world. We are trusting that at the end of the day, this university is taking a niche in this specialized area of medical sciences and medical research. So that question of why the African scientists didn't produce a vaccine to mitigate the COVID-19 challenges will perhaps be history if all of us remain steadfast and focused on what this university has offered us as graduates, and we move forward with courage and determination. I want to believe that the graduates who have been prepared and are now going to be unleashed to the world are indeed ready to join the club of individuals who proclaim to say we are degree holders. And as degree holders, I think many times the question that you ask yourself, what next? What is the degree? There are some individuals who walk out of a ceremony like this and they cause havoc in restaurants and bars, in villages, and they say that I have a degree. Do you know who I am? I trust that Uzima students, Uzima graduates whom I'm addressing, are not that type. Because I want to give you an example that my experience from the time I earned my first degree in 1978 has taught me that it is not the degree, that title, that ownership, that makes a difference. I think what makes a difference is the individual who has been awarded and conferred to that degree. So don't walk around telling us about the fact that you are holding the degree. Let us see your deeds. Let us see your accomplishments. And then it is us who will ask, does this gentleman have a degree? He looks like somebody who has a degree. Where is he from? And then somebody will say, no, you know, this is a graduate. He's a graduate of Uzima University. And then we shall say, oh yeah, I think that is how Uzima University people behave. And we are very proud of the product of the Uzima University academic staff. You all know that you are now ushered into the world. So your operational space will not be your village. Your operational space will not even be Uzima. Your operational space will be the world. And for this one, I want to give you some hints about what we expect of you. We expect that you will now become a leader. And the leadership is not just a small business. Leadership is a commitment. Leadership must be taken with dedication. And the leadership must be foregrounded and underscored by the following few areas which I need to mention. People who go to Uzima and the people who go to great universities, like the University of Nairobi and the rest, they are told, in practicing your profession, you must be courageous. And in this field of medical science, nursing, Bachelor of Surgery, without being courageous, you may run away from accident victims. Without being courageous to do the right thing, you may decide to say that this person is already dead, let us address that. So courage should be your number one virtue as you enter into the realm of this health service provider. Whatever degree that you're going to get today should be able to give you a courage that builds your mental preparedness to be tough. Because you will meet difficult situations in the field, in the world, and where you'll be practicing medicine. Your mental capacity will therefore have to be very firm, and you go all the way to succeed. Because you have been molded. The journey you have gone through in this university has been like preparing you through a manufacturing line. And at the end of that line, you have been molded adequately, and you'll be therefore tough enough to face the challenges of your profession. But you cannot just be tough. I think it is important for you to remember that without holding and maintaining a very high degree of self-discipline, you will fail to articulate and accomplish the tasks that you will be called upon to undertake as a professional in this area. You must therefore rely on your inner strength and logic. You also must be driven and guided by the culture of that profession and the culture of society, as well as the ethics, laws, regulations that govern this discipline in the medical science field. You call upon to always remember that Uzima University is a brand. Because you didn't get your degree from another university, you got it from Uzima. So that brand of Uzima, your lecturers and your fellow students whom you have interacted with in this space of time, and classrooms, laboratories, libraries, wherever you earn your education through, must have given you the acknowledgement and the idea that Uzima has a vision, and it is that vision that you are going to be protecting for the rest of your life. As you interact with individuals who have also been given a grant and a vision from other universities, you realize that Uzima should always be at the forefront of guidance and leadership. So you must stand your character. You must not rely on mere words. Character is built on actions. That is why in a normal language, nomenclature, we say action speaks louder than words. So we'll be looking forward to how you'll be handling the patients, you'll be counseling some, attending to others, and perhaps addressing some of them with commitment, showing them the way on how they can maintain a healthy living. In order to do that, you must be competent and passionate about your engagement with society, with your peers, juniors and seniors. Because in your profession, you'll find some people who have remained there as doctors for 20 years or more. You'll find some who will be like you, just joining. You'll find some who have just served for a year or two. All of you are engaged in one endeavor, that of working as a team to ensure success for every aspect and action that you undertake. So be patient. Keep hope alive. Always perhaps resort back, if you are a good reader, to reading Barack Obama's Audacity of Hope. You can see that in preparation to become a president of the United States of America, he had to sleep on a mat in Kendallville to ensure sometimes that he could understand who he was before he could project and chart his future life and engagement. That is what you will all be doing. But as you do that, you will recall that Uzima University is part and parcel of your life. And here in Uzima University, you have met individuals who have articulated the capacity to transform society, to contribute positively through knowledge and understanding. Because if you use a different paradigm, then you will miss the boat of medical practice. Medical practice is built on understanding the baseline issues, creating information and knowledge around the issue, and always being an open-minded and open-hearted to participate in an endeavor with those who are like you and those who may not even be like you, but their opinion will build on what you treasure. So I wish to declare today that coming from the Commission for University Education and having gone through the programs that you have gone through in their preparatory stage, because those programs would not have been offered to you before my organization says these are programs that can produce a doctor, or programs that can produce a graduate clinician and a graduate nurse. You will not have followed the course of those programs to graduate today. So you are now a testimony, valid physical testimony to the work that we do at the Commission for University Education always diligently working with your staff members here and working with peer reviewers from both inside here and outside to ensure that the programs that are offered to you are adequate. And therefore, when I stand here to address a class of Uzima University, which is waiting anxiously to be awarded degrees, various degrees today, I stand here to say hongera sana, hongera kabisa, asanteni sana walimu, wafanyakazi, viongozi na wote wazazi na wanafunzi mliosababisha hii siku ya leo kuwa siku ya tunu na heshima. Asanteni sana.
Let's again give another round of applause to the big name in academia in Kenya. During our university years, when comrades wanainama, unauliza umepata chacha. Those days he was at HEL, Higher Education Loans Board, umepata chacha. This is the guy, those who went to school those years. Just greet the congregation and invite the Governor Mandera to say a word of appreciation and congratulations to our graduates. Remember, he has been also giving us many students from Mandera, fully sponsored by the county government, in medicine, clinical medicine, nursing, fully funded.
Thank you. The guest of honor, Professor Chacha, Chancellor, Uzima University, Council Chair, Uzima University, Vice Chancellor, Uzima University, Council members, and the senior management of the institution. Graduates, good afternoon. Today is one of the days that we remember, as the Archbishop has said, where this institution began as a humble institution in Kisumu County, and now we're witnessing the second graduation of this great institution in the great city of Kisumu. I, on behalf of the County Commissioner and the Regional Commissioner in Nyanza, like to say congratulations to the graduates and wish you all the best, and may the job market favor you. Thank you very much. Now, it is my singular honor to invite His Excellency, the Governor of Mandera County. Your Excellency, please.
Thank you, County Commissioner. Our guest of honor, Professor Chacha, our Vice Chancellor, Most Reverend Okoth, Council Chair, CPA Nelson, Trustees, Senate, representative of the Governor of Kisumu, the County Commissioner's representative, our Vice Chancellor, University Management, distinguished guests, staff, parents, graduates, and students of Uzima. Good afternoon. Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. I was somehow ambushed. I didn't come with a prepared speech, but nevertheless, I don't miss one or two words to say. First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this golden opportunity to gather here today, coming from all over this great country to the great county of Kisumu to witness this important occasion. I would like also to thank our distinguished guests, led by the chief guest, for accepting and honoring us with their time today to come and preside over this great occasion. Thank you very much, Professor and other distinguished guests. I would also like to thank the university, the Uzima community, led by our able chair, for their dream that he started in early 80s, the way he has just told us, and today celebrating this great achievement. 2015, when my firstborn Asma said, Baba, I want to do medicine, then I started looking around for university to take her. As a father who loves so much my daughters, although I don't have my boys, I said I need to take her to a place where when I go home, I will have peace in my mind that I have actually delivered her to a place that she is going to be safe. Because it's not about getting a degree. Education is supposed to be a holistic improvement of ourselves, spiritually, and so many other factors. When I was told about Uzima, I inquired further, and I was told Uzima is a faith-based institution. And I said, this is the right time, this is the right place. When I visited Kisumu with her mom, I visited Uzima, I met the staff and the lecturers and the dean by then, and I realized that she will be safe here because the environment is so conducive that I will not have a second thought when I go back to Mandera. The only thing when I went back, I was asked by my mom, where is Asma? And then I told her I have left at a place called Uzima in Kisumu. And she said, are you mad? No, she was old. And well, kichwa yako ni mzuri. I said, yes, mom, she's going to be in Sefari. And then she asked me, how many years is she going to be there? I said, 6. What? 6 years? Yes, I said 6. And recently I told her, mom, Asma has graduated. In the 6 years, she thought it was a long period, was such a short time. Mine is just to thank the school administration for taking care of our daughters and sons, for molding them, and I can assure parents that we have not only get degree, but we have actually get students, girls and boys, who are actually properly molded to come and serve this country. I just want also to thank the parents. Thank you for believing in Uzima, and the teachers, the lecturers, with all the challenges I'm aware of as a parent, they have made it. Thank you very much, Uzima University. Lastly, I want to thank the staff of Kisumu County, our grand county, for actually welcoming me last evening to Kisumu. They have really taken care of me. I have really had a very peaceful night. I really enjoyed their company, and I say thank you very much, Team Kisumu. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the graduates for their great achievement. Hongera tena, asanteni sana.
Governor of Mandera, at this juncture, Your Excellency, the Chief Guest, our Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, I'd like to invite the DVC academics to confer degrees and diplomas to our graduates.
Honorable Chief Guest, the Chancellor, members of the Council of Uzima University, distinguished guests, parents, sponsors, and our graduates, the summary of degrees and diplomas and certificates being awarded are on page 26 of the booklet, the graduation booklet. But before I call upon the deans, may I, on my own behalf, thank and congratulate the following for enabling this achievement. The various faculties with their technical teams, the deans, the teachers who taught the students and made sure they got these degrees. I started by thanking you. You are the ones who worked very hard for these students. Thank you very much. The management for giving us an enabling environment, a cool environment. Thank God we have been having rain, and like many places, so Uzima is very cool, and it is a good learning environment. So I thank the management for that. We also thank our students, and presently now the graduates, for being good students and managing to survive 6 years minimum, 4 years minimum, 3 years minimum, and 2 years minimum. It's a long journey. These are your graduates, and the parents and the sponsors. We are very happy that you managed to pay your fees, made sure your obligations were met, and made sure your students have managed to grow and graduate. There are some who have not finished their fees, but being a faith-based organization, we are humble. We take into consideration some issues of fees. So when you graduate, young men and women, don't burden your parents. Make sure that you come back and clear the areas that may be there, please. I know it has not been easy for some of you, but you have managed and concluded your degree course. But I must also thank the government of Kenya for managing the school fees for some of the students who are still here. The COOPS and the University Funds Board are now sponsoring everybody in the university, public and private. We thank them, because after all this the money the government gets is from the public, isn't it? Archbishop Chancellor, sir, I have the honor and pleasure to invite now the Dean School of Medicine to present the graduates for today from his faculty, Professor Ganda. Students, graduates, you will stand wherever you are. You don't have to come in the front. You just stand until all your fellow graduates' names have been mentioned. Then the chancellor will come and confer the degree or the certificate or the diploma. Please, you don't have to come in the front.
Archbishop Chancellor, sir, during the year 2022-2023 academic year, the following 19 candidates satisfied the School of Medicine, Board of Examiners, and the Senate in all the subjects which were taught, which they were examined for conferment of degree of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery of Uzima University, for which I have the honor to present. Sister Awiti Martha Achieng, Ayeko David Koli, Hassan Nur Mohammed Jaffa, Kamau Albert Kahura, Reverend Father Karanja Frederick Mwangi, Pisa Sim Kiberenge, Muchuma Rebecca Baraza, Michira Ian Gatange, Mbai Brian Muduya, Mohammed Asma Adam, Mohammed Zakaria Mohamud, Monari M. Paul, Yei Januaris Waweru, Odhiambo Emelda Atieno, Odhiambo Charity Lisa, Onyambu Bridget M, Raj Rakesh Mandavia, Serem Davis Kipto, Vagela Milan Kamal.
I ask the Archbishop Chancellor Sir to confer upon these graduates bachelor's degree in their respective areas of specialization.
On the recommendation of the Senate, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the University Council, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery of Uzima University.
Yeah. Archbishop Chancellor Sir, I have also the honor and pleasure to invite the Dean School of Medicine to call by name the candidates who have successfully satisfied the requirements for conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Microbiology.
Archbishop Chancellor Sir, during the 2022-2023 academic year, the following 7 candidates satisfied the School of Medicine Board of Examiners and the Senate in all the subjects which they were taught and which they were examined for the conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Microbiology of Uzima University, for which I have the honor to present.
I ask the Archbishop Chancellor Sir to confer upon these graduates bachelor's degree in their respective areas of specialization.
Peter. Sorry. Here are the names. Second class honors.
Issue of the authority vested in me by the University Council, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Microbiology of Uzima University.
Page 15 of the graduation booklet, the last paragraph. Archbishop Chancellor Sir, I have the honor and pleasure to invite the Dean School of Clinical Medicine to call by name the candidates who have successfully satisfied the requirements for conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Clinical Medicine.
Archbishop Chancellor Sir, during the 2022-2023 academic year, the following 66 candidates satisfied the School of Clinical Medicine, Board of Examiners, and the Senate in all the subjects which they were taught and which they were examined for the conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Clinical Medicine of Uzima University, for which I have the honor to present. Abdirahman Ali Dulo, Adoyo Emily Masi Achien, Juma Ann Ayugu, Juma Eslin Auma, Karioki Nesi Gaki, Kaunda Eric Mutinda, Keseli Sharon, Tibet Maritim, Asingwa Jacqueline, Tibet Mika,
Kilonzo Nicodemus Mudama, Timothy Edwin J, Samboka Caroline, Kialo Daniel Mumo, Lubwakale Caroline Musila, Magati Stafford Oringo, Maina John Kabudi, Malo Marvin Onyango, Masai Flora Chebet, Masira Evelyn Mora, Mboga George Ochieng, Minika Hesbon Opio, Mora Janet, Morara Eric Nyang'au, Mulwa Catherine Mutile, Musa Mohamed Abdullahi, Yesu Iris Vihenda, Nabwala Emily Anyango, Nangayo Gloria Mary, Ndegwa Anthony Ndwati, Ndugu Florence Njeri, Njoroge Jacinta Wairimu, Nyaka Georgina Mukui, Nyanchoka Immaculate Temunto, Ochieng Marion Atieno, Odhiambo Boniface Olango, Odhiambo Brian Omondi, Ogot Alan Odera, Okroyo Gaudensia Awino, Olang Sharon Award, Oluot Teddy Collins, Omoni Jacqueline Atieno, Omutere Sofu Injesia, Onyango Joseph Otieno, Oranja Elijah Olo, Otieno Dickens Ochieng, Rosbella Sisika, Sagana Franklin Omwanza, Sasaka James Boy, Sharon Chamutai, Simiu Ibrahim Wafuela, Vanon Omondi Obonyo, Wakala Brenda Makoha, Wanda Nicholas Mukuna Dan, Wandera Belinda Atieno, Wanderi Patrick Mwangi, Wanjala Joyce Nasambu, Wanjiru Derek Washira, Wanyonyi Sarah, and lastly Eunice Mohammed Abdullahi.
I ask the Archbishop Chancellor Sir to confer upon these graduates bachelor's degree in their respective areas of specialization.
On the recommendation of the Senate, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the University Council, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Clinical Medicine of Uzima University.
to present the candidates who have successfully satisfied the requirements for conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Archbishop Chancellor Sir, during the 2022-2023 academic year, the following 73 candidates satisfied the School of Nursing Board of Examiners and the Senate in all the subjects which they were taught and which they were examined for the conferment of the degree of the bachelor's degree of Science in Nursing of Uzima University, for which I have the honor to present. Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Abdullahi Ali Hassan, Anet Awor Onyango, Atoli Henry, Auka Elizabeth Onyango, Awor Rosemary Odhiambo, Baraza Churchill, Betty Lillian Munaya, Bridhia Rose Kainda, Begon Victoria Kipkoech, Chemtai Joan, Chepkemoi Gloria, Chepkon Caroline Chepkemoi, Chepngeno Jessica, Cheriot Mercy Chepkorir, Dennis Omondi Ochola, Immaculate Kidogo, Emma Wanjiku, Etala Lois Asiko, Irukia Ruben Mundia, Jeruto Jenan, Pamina Petras, Kwambua Nicholas Mutwiri, Kibaya Linda Mukungu, Peter Faith Chepkorir, Peter Novesta Kibet, Kibet Titus Kiprotich, Kipkirui Gordon Ngeno, Clinton Moses, Kombo Amina Hassan, Komen Sharon Kipchirchir, Kweyu Daniel Sakwa, Langat Kelvin Chepkemoi, Langat Lillian Chelegat, Lorot Dominic Losul, Luke Alex, Lumbasi Fred Lusweti, Machoka Brian Obisa, Maina Melissa Wangoi, Marwa Ann Janet, Mbui Eric Bundu, Minaru Victor Oraro, Mulwa Simon Muo, Musa Douglas Mutinda, Mutuku Jude Kasioka, Mwangi Daniel Kipchengo, Mwembe Catherine Nanjala, Nahuvi James Cleopas, Nalanya Jacinta Nafuna, Benga Samuel Otieno Otindo, Leti Faith Mudau, Ndiema Hilary Kepkonoi, Liga Irene Achien, Nadoto Michael Okeyo, Nyangisia Amolo Ruto, Obilo Susan Atieno, Obuya Josephine Atieno, Oden Hilda Achieng, Odhiambo Alice Monica, Odhiambo Karen Awino, Odhiambo Mercy Anyango, Odongo Denish Omondi, Okelo Eunice Achieng, Okomo Prezia Mora, Opio Grace Apio, Otieno Daisy Achieng, Owino William Award, Owio Ian Charlton, Oyer Molin Akini, Peter Nyarwach Zok, Salanda Kevin Achille, Togocho Victor Korir, Wanjiku Margaret, Wekulo Fauzi.
Archbishop Chancellor Sir to confer upon these graduates bachelor's degree in their respective areas of specialization.
On the recommendation of the Senate and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the University Council, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing of Uzima University.
Archbishop Chancellor Sir, I have the honor and pleasure to invite the Dean School of Clinical Medicine to present the candidates who have successfully satisfied the requirements for the award of Diploma in Clinical Medicine and Surgery.
Archbishop Chancellor Sir, during the 2022-2023 academic year, the following 6 candidates satisfied the School of Clinical Medicine, Board of Examiners, and the Senate in all the subjects which they were taught and which they were examined for the award of Diploma in Clinical Medicine and Surgery of Uzima University, for which I have the honor to present. Juma Patrick Onyango, Kituti Tina Kasioka, Makoha Lauren Nasimiyu, Onyango Ibrahim Omoli, Wanyama Linda Auma.
I ask the Archbishop Chancellor Sir to confer upon these graduates diploma in their respective areas of specialization.
On the recommendation of the Senate and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the University Council, I award you Diploma in Clinical Medicine and Surgery of Uzima University.
In School of Nursing to present the candidates who have satisfactorily satisfied the requirements for the award of Diploma in Health Records and Information Management.
Archbishop Chancellor Sir, during the 2022-2023 academic year, the following 6 candidates satisfied the School of Nursing, Board of Examiner, and the Senate in all the subjects which they were taught and which they were examined for the award of Diploma in Health Records and Information Management of Uzima University, for which I have the honor to present. Diploma in Health Records and Information Management. Credit.
I ask the Archbishop Chancellor Sir to award these graduates diploma in their respective areas of specialization.
on the recommendation of the Senate and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the University Council, I award you Diploma in Health Records and Information Management of Uzima University.
Fully satisfied the requirements for the award of certificate in health records and information technology.
Archbishop Chancellor Sir, during the 2022-2023 academic year, the following two candidates satisfied the School of Nursing, Board of Examiners, and the Senate in all the subjects which they were taught and which they were examined for the award of certificate in health records and information technology of Uzima University, for which I have the honor to present. Certificate in health records and information technology. Credit: Ombewa Elsa Akech, Ouma Felix Oduor.
I ask the Archbishop Chancellor Sir to award these graduate certificates in their respective areas of specialization.
On the recommendation of the Senate and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the University Council, I award you certificate in health records and information technology of Uzima University.
Thank you very much, Chancellor Sir. Ladies and gentlemen, guests of honor, preparations are at advanced stages for introduction of more health courses. Bachelor of Science in Health Science, Health Systems Management, Bachelor of Science in Health Records and Information Management, Bachelor of Science in Medical Laboratory Sciences, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Health and Sustainable Development, Bachelor of Science in Human Anatomy, Bachelor of Science in Human Nutrition and Dietetics, and last but not least, Diploma in Beauty Massage and Therapy. Thank you very much. Thank you, parents. Thank you, guardians. Mandera.
Let's give a round of applause to the DVC academics, who is the owner of the academic processes, and to the Chancellor and Vice Chancellor of the academic staff for a job well done. Another round of applause. In our midst is the CEO of Jaramogi Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital, Dr. George Rai. He arrived a while ago. Yes, feel most welcome, Dr. You are our Vice Chancellor that side. Right. St. Peter's.
Graduates don't move away from the tent, will not disturb the congregation. Clinical medicine graduates, kindly sit down. And with medicine, please resume your seats. Those are preparing the cake, kindly do so.
Yes, Honourable Sir, I'd like to invite the Council Chair to give the Vice Chancellor a token of appreciation. The Vice Chancellor, sir, we have a beautiful
our distinguished guests, this is a very special time because when everything is done, it is always crowned with feeding together, that is communing together. And we have cakes that have been prepared here. One has the logo of the university, Uzima University, and all graduates of today, congratulations has been given to you, and I'm just going to read exactly what is on the cake. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2022 Uzima University. And it is in a big form of a book. And that book can be Bible and all that, also a symbol of all that you read and have mastered and you are going to refer to. We also have another one which is written also congratulations to the graduating class 2022 Uzima University. Luchet Lux Vestra, let your light shine. Everybody clap in appreciation. Woo! Thank you. So right now we are going to witness the cake cutting.
Okay, we will start. So, can you sing for us? Cake cutting. Just sing for us something.
A symbol.
Play your violin on cake cutting. You know.
Excuse me, excuse me.
The chief guest kindly come with the chancellor. Everybody will all hold the knife. Governor, please join.
And
all of us, please. Cut the big book. Cut the big book, please. Go around. Everybody try to hold. Remember the African pot. We all eat together. Whether the pot is small and you have many children. Thank you. Sing that.
Kata, kata. Kata, kata. Kata usiogope. Keti si mkate. Keti si ugali. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's all clap our hands in appreciation for the guest of honor, our chancellor, vice chancellor, all the dignitaries have helped us cut the cake. And we would want to call upon our visitors will be served here. And we need also the ushers to help us serve every tent. The graduates, be seated because you have to taste the cake that was meant for you. Dean. The visitors. We are going to serve the dignitaries. We are going to feed them here, after which everyone else will be fed. So, the Dean School of Nursing is going to feed Dr. Juliana is going to feed our chancellor. Let's all clap, a big clap, everyone. Continue. Dr. Juliana is now feeding the governor. We continue clapping as the visitors are being fed.
Let me have the honor.
Continue the serving. Now the visitors are going to sit, but the graduates stay where you are. The cake is coming.
Let's have somebody serving the guests at the dais. Photo. Yes, let's come. Let's fit ourselves behind them. Staff, let's take this photo. There will be no other time. Our guests.
Yeah.
More music as they are taking the group photo, please. And as the cake is being swallowed. I hereby invite the Vice Chancellor to make his announcements.
I ask the Vice Chancellor to dissolve the second congregation of Uzima University.
Dissolution of the second congregation. By the authority vested in me by the statutes of Uzima University, I do hereby solemnly dissolve the second congregation of Uzima University 2022.
Thank you.
first day. Take on a battle.
Go ahead, you remove everything, you want to hear the music as we go out.
How are you? Good.
Yeah.